Previously on Danganronpa.
If it's what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll all be happy to see.
Like, is it her dead dad's head?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever slowly, I lifted it up. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a tremble and cry.
Oh, shit. I was sort of right. All right. Okay. I just noticed that there's 3 bottles of what looks like, oops, I don't know why I'm using my mouse here. There's 3 bottles of what looks like, Hendrick's Gin. 2 bottles of what looks like Bailey's Irish Cream. I don't know what, there's 3 bottles of something else in there, and then 2 bottles of like Chambord. Interesting. Interesting. He doesn't have a lot of variety. It's actually more than that. 4 bottles of, no, 5 bottles of something else. Yeah, doesn't have a lot of variety in there. All right, so I think we want to head back to the locker rooms, right? Right? We want to head back to the lockers. Because now we have that little key. The little e-reader.
I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. What?
What about this one?
I wonder if I can open this locker.
Rattle, rattle.
Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the 2nd floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those. So does that mean... Let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it? Which means none of us can do it. Wait, but... What about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader and... Beep! All right! Just what I was hoping for. Now, let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue.
All right, we got a couple other lockers, though.
I took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader.
Excuse me.
Looks like that locker opened. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue.
All right, let's just keep going.
Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue.
Uh-oh, we got something, guys.
This thing is practically empty.
Practically, but not absolutely.
There's just one thing that's some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's something written inside. Could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look.
He's such a Boy Scout.
Looks like it's girls' handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them is measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in the common life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father.
What?
He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said.
The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan.
So that's what my father had to say to me? As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can imagine a worse father.
Whoa. So this must have been...
Wait, I'm so confused.
Was Kyoko a student from the previous class?
This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said that she hasn't seen her dad since she left when she was little.
Since he left when she was little.
I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. What does this all mean? Quickly scan the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would have proved me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled.
Despair walks among us, and so we... Whoa, what?
What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense?
Despair walks among us, and so we survived. There's a second despair. Locker pocketbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Guys! Hold up! So what if there was a natural disaster outside of the school? Right? And the headmaster, taking the prodigies of all the kids, isolated them within the school. Okay? Okay? Separate classes. Separate classes. There's a first floor and a second floor of dorms. The first floor students essentially were kept like in some sort of stasis. That's what that whole control room thing is for. They were kept in some sort of stasis. And the second, and they were supposed to be like some sort of integration process maybe. And like the second floor students, including Kyoko, were woken up. And they went about their normal life. But there was a group of students in there that found out what was going on. This is like a risk, this is like a cycle thing. Found out what was going on. And confronted the headmaster about it, which was Kyoko. Kyoko could be the ultimate detective, but maybe she formed a group and they became the ultimate despair. I don't know. But they toppled the regime, so to speak. They killed her father. They fought that body's been dead for quite a while. I would say like it could have been a year, but a year later, Kyoko's class wakes up. I'm sorry, Makoto's class wakes up, and Kyoko slides on in as a 16th student. Just throwing that out there. Her memory has been like something happens, but her memory has been somewhat like erased. And and I think this would like be such a cool plot point. Even if it's not true, even if this is not what happens, Kyoko helps us throughout this entire process because she remembers herself being the ultimate detective, but doesn't remember the side of her that like forms like the group and becomes like the ultimate despair. Whatever. Like her father leaves her. She goes into like the military, like all this stuff. But she doesn't remember that. And like now she's going to be starting to remember this stuff. Just a thought. Just a thought. So like the body that it wouldn't make sense though. Like the body that we find is like one of her original classmates. I still think it's like one of the bodies of the already dead students. My guess is, I don't remember if Celeste had it's got to be some sort of girly girl. I say girly girl, but like the fingernails, like the long boots. It could be Celeste. Honestly, it could be Junko's body. We never like all the other bodies like had some sort of like thing happen to him, like punishment, except for Junko, who just kind of laid there and was impaled. Like that could be Junko's body. Anyway, that was like my theory from the like 2 episodes ago. Please do not confirm or deny. Don't say anything in the comments about it. Don't say, interesting. Don't do that. Until this playthrough is complete. But yeah, that was my theory. I was like, oh, maybe it's Junko's body. All right, we already read that. If it belongs to Kyoko, what is it doing in this locker?
And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me.
Yeah, okay. You already got a couple good screen grabs. All right, we have a couple other lockers, too. That could very well be it, too. But we'll see. Ooh, look at all this stuff.
The locker's totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life.
There's like a crystal ball in here. Oh my god, is it...
This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible.
Hero. Oh my god, now my head's spinning. I just like killed this whole theory and then now like...
Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait.
Holy shit, you guys. That's where the photos come from. All these kids, all these people were friends in the previous school year, had their memories erased.
It's just a coincidence, right?
I would say maybe at least half the class.
There were all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't just lots of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual as natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness, easiness I might have had evaporated.
Yep, hero.
What? There's no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure.
Yasuhiro Hagakure.
Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. Which would mean... he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to this school at the same time as the rest of us? And we were all sucked in this evil world? We never had a chance to take any classes?
It's possible that even Makoto was here too, for a whole year.
So, what is this notebook?
Locker notebook has been added to Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Dude, you guys, this is nuts. I hit the playing cards, right?
Tarot cards used to tell fortunes.
Yeah, okay. My head was spinning, so I think I just like glazed over that part.
But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are these things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward, and I have to believe in everyone.
I think that's all of them. All right. All right, so that was like kind of all I had. That's all I was like, all right. Should I confront Kyoko? Is Kyoko still in here?
There's all kinds of stuff I want to talk to her about, but I better give her some more time. Okay.
All right, so there was this room. There was the locker room. We can go back downstairs now, I think. Yeah, that room didn't have anything in it. All right. I want to go check out. First off, I want to see if there's anybody in the hallways here that we can chat with. All right. First off, though, there are, I don't know if it's truth bullets. Places to check. That's where I want to go. All right. So we need the second floor dorms. We did that. We have to go to the garden, the dojo, fourth floor data center, biolab, and headmaster's room. Okay. So let's do that. Map it up. I already forgot. That's how dense my brain is. Bullet section. All right. Anything on the third floor? Dope. Let's go to the fourth floor. Data center and headmaster's room. Who is a data center? Oh, it's Hina.
Makoto.
Hey, Makoto, are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school had been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But,
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So, you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Ah, wait! Let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded.
Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay, right? All right, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. There was no explosion. Thankfully, my first impression was,
Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi.
yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
All right, there's what's 04186? Oh my god, it's April 4th. It's April 4th. It's April 1st, 1986. Crazy. What's 825 stand for then? And 295 and 464 and 648. Who do we appreciate? Sorry. Sorry. Let's talk to her first.
what the heck?
I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth,
Just
but
a second.
this place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy.
What's this device? It looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though, like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? If Fumi would probably freak out if he saw it.
Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit? And could that mean...
Okay.
We're not in the school at all. We're in a spaceship. All right, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Oh, hold on. You can't just, or whatever, something like this. But it was too late. Hina had already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one, the button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we were just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out.
Did she just like eject like the whole room? Just the way that sound is like, it was like a boing sound, almost like, yeah, you would eject like a room if this is a spaceship.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here.
Let's take a look at this first, though.
There's some kind of hatch in the door. But right now I need to go check out the data center. Oh, god damn it.
Return to the data center. Nope, it's still here.
Did I just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma?
Oh. So when you press that button, Monokuma shows up in that room. Interesting. This is like...
Hey!
Roar! Give me all your donuts!
Is that you, Hina?
What? Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup?
You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Guess what I found? A self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man.
Are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it, and the control panel inside.
Nope. I want to click on the door. So this is the Monokuma control room. I like the little black and white paws.
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now, it was Monokuma.
Monokuma?
What, for real? Yep, it looks like the panel definitely controls Monokuma, which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area where with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey.
Maybe the mastermind can't control us, monitor us, and control Monokuma at the same time.
Kyoko's theory was right.
What?
Come to think of it. No, Monokuma's definitely been in the same room as Kyoko. Especially like in the gym sections, like earlier on in the game. But like there were times where like she was missing and then Monokuma would show up. Or like you'd both be together and then she would go away and then Monokuma would show up. So...
But if a mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is a 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right?
Monokuma Control Room has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Guys, what if our class was the ultimate despair? Like, what if we killed all those kids in the previous class, and then we were the ones that were left over? We are the ultimate despair. But somehow we lost our memories. Like, one of the students went rogue and wiped all our memories.
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like the face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay?
I mean,
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible. But I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah.
Can I check the hatch, though?
What's wrong, Makoto? Let's hurry up and get out of here. I want to know what was in the friggin' hatch. Click. As soon as the door of the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? Ah, the door. It just locked on its own. What? My hand shot to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why?
Oh, that's how somebody gets in. Through the hatch. Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma?
just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school's mascot just up and stopped moving.
Then that room.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Boo-hoo. Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch?
No way. The hatch on the floor?
I told you. Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
I should check the hatch first. Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace.
He's gone, but
So,
Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there?
in fact, if you think back to when we locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave, well, the hatch couldn't be opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
sorry.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice. You got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Ina took off in a full sprint. And I have to do what I can, too. That's the only way to move forward.
Okay, headmaster's room is next. Which I believe is this way. The headmaster's room.
This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself.
Ah, Makoto, it's you.
Oh, Byakuya.
I'm gonna look around first before we talk to that guy.
Even in the headmaster's room, there's a surveillance camera.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto,
Not possible.
are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
Let me get out of here. Remember this moment. Okay, all right. Jesus. Well, You came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting?
What do you mean, something interesting?
Take a look at this. It was on top of a pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78 student roster.
Class number 78 student registry?
It contains profiles for all of us and Makuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently, class number 78 refers to us.
Wait, when we found Makuro's profile in Kyoko's room,
I see.
that's right, it also mentioned class number 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page.
And since the rest of our profiles are listed in here along with
In
hers,
other words,
there could be no doubt Makuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy just like the rest of us.
Makuro Ikasaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it.
But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled. She must have been in a hurry.
Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point?
She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page.
The first page?
Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages.
What?
so in other words,
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Makuro than we still didn't have.
What kind of information is it?
Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself.
interesting.
I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue.
I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats close just out of the reach. Wait, what?
Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats, close, but just out of reach. Alright, that does not look like Kyoko or anybody we've seen.
The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if it's a single person or some kind of group.
Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Makuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. The fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures.
Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto?
Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file you should note.
What is it?
Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78? That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. It even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think?
What do I think? Are you asking me if I think has a nice body?
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean?
Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying?
I've been saying it! Personally, I'm thinking it seems all but impossible, but it wouldn't hurt to confirm,
It's all
right?
clear now.
That's all I'm trying to say. What you do with that information is your business.
So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy?
Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention.
Advice from me?
You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well.
It's not that we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me.
Well, don't put too much faith in her.
In
Huh?
other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford.
What are you saying?
Just what I think. Call it a hunch.
A hunch?
But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will.
I'll keep it in mind, thanks.
Oh my gosh, guys, so much happened in this. So much happened. Oh my god. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon. Stop by Premiere Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 2 p.m. EDT right here for more Danganronpa content. Until next time, go forth the rest of your day, make it a good one, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.